We can make that conclusion. It's an equation. Let us take note, because we see what it will develop into. So for you, Uche and Joy, marriage equals love. Uche, you love Joy. Do you love your mom?
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
Very, very well.
Very, very much. You love your mom. Can you marry your mom?
No, no.
But you love her.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't marry your mother. Between son and mother. Nobody marries the mother. It's natural. Do you think you can marry Joy?
Yes,
Beside you here?
Yes, ma'am.
You can marry her. You love your mother, you cannot marry your mother. You love Joy, you can marry Joy. Tell me therefore, the love you have for Joy, is it greater love or less love than the love you have for your mom?
More love.
It is more love, greater love for Joy than for your mom. Because you cannot, as much as you love your mom, you cannot marry your mom. It's natural. But you can marry this lady here beside you, and you are preparing to marry her. So the love you have for her is greater, more love. Now, Joy, you have heard what he said. He has greater love for you than he has for the mother. More love for you than he has for his mother. Is that not a privilege? Good. Take note of that. Tell me, if it is more love, is it minus or plus?
It's plus, minus.
It's plus. So let us, we are finding a new equation now that marriage equals love plus. And we come to a crossroad. Marriage equals love. Love is the basis, common denominator in marriage. Now to discover that love alone does not make marriage. You love your mother and you cannot marry her, but love is there. So when you're going to talk about love in marriage, something else must be added to it before you can have husband and wife. Uche, what is it that you now add to love before you can talk about marriage?
Affection.
Affection. Now, you have given me an answer which I don't accept fully. That's not the answer I'm looking for. I will now allow you to make your guess at the count of 10. Immediately you get it, I will stop counting. Beginning from now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say something.
Sharing.
5, 6,
Sacrifice.
7,
Coming together.
8,
Union.
9, going 10. So you don't know the answer. You don't know what you bring to this love, what you join to this love you have for Joy in order that you become husband and wife. He doesn't know. I don't blame him. But that's why he has come to me to discover things. He knows it. But it doesn't occur to him. By the time we finish, there's a 1, 2, and 3, it will dawn on you, this is what you need to add to love before you get a wife, before you're married to a woman. Now, your turn. Your husband doesn't know. What do you think you add to the love you have for him before you become husband and wife? Count of 10. If you don't, then I know you don't know it. Beginning from now. 1.
Caring.
2.
Affection.
3. 4.
Sacrifice.
5.
Kind.
6. 7.
Sharing.
8. 9. Going. Gone. You don't know Joy. I do not blame you for not knowing. This is why in marriage, in preparation for marriage, you need somebody who knows better to give you instruction, to help you to discover what should be. So we have an equation here that marriage equals love plus what? You do not know. I know it, but I won't tell you. You must discover it yourself. By the time we finish our sittings for instructions for marriage, you will come to know it. You shall laugh at yourself. Now tell me, we have an algebraic equation here, marriage equals love plus what? What do we now, we don't know what we have to add. Tell me, in an unknown quantity, how do you symbolize it?
X.
X, very good, X. So we have an equation now, marriage equals love plus X. Write it. Now, Uchenna and Joy, I'm going to make you discover the origin of this love you have for each other. Uchenna, you said you love Joy. This love you have for Joy, where did it come from? Did you find it in the test tube when you were studying engineering in the lab? Did you buy it from a market? Or did your mother bring it to you? Where did it come from? The love you have for her.
It comes from God.
Well, God. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And please, John, the love you have for this darling young man, who put it in your heart? Is it your mom? You read it in the test in the lab? Or did you buy it from Motor Market? Where do you think it comes from? From God. Very happy that both of you have recognized that the love you have for each other comes from God. Because according to the hymn with which you opened this lesson, this exercise, you said God is love. God is love. He has love, plenty of love, so he can share it with us. He's sharing it with you now, and we want you to share it with one another. We can find this in the Holy Bible. I want you to take note because it will help you in your future life. At the bottom of your sheets, write 1 John chapter 4, verses 8 and 16. 1 John chapter 4, verses 8 and 16. Good. Let us find out what is telling us there. I told you, this Bible which I placed and brought to our laps at the beginning, when we were sitting down, you will find all the challenges, the answer to the challenges and the problems of your married life.
Whoever is without love does not know God, for God is love.
God is love. Go to verse 16.
We have come to know and to believe in the love God has for us. God is love, and whoever remains in love remains in God and God in him.
Again,
we have come to know and to believe in the love God has for us. God is love, and whoever remains in love remains in God and God in him.
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much. Now, this is a wonderful discovery for married people. The love you have for each other comes from God. And the testimony there is recorded for us in 1 John chapter 4, verses 8 and 16, where the Bible tells us God is love. And anybody who dwells in love dwells in God and God dwells in him. In other words, both of you are in love. Therefore, God dwells in you, and you dwell in God, and God comes to dwell in you. This is going to be a wonderful discovery. I want you to make it your own. So let us spend some time here. God is love. Those which share and joy, you dwell in love. Therefore you dwell in God, and God dwells in you. God is love. Those who dwell in love dwell in God, and God dwells in them. Now, Uche, I want you to either repeat it or give it to me in your own words, your own understanding.
God is love.
God is love.
Those who dwell in love
Those who dwell in love
dwells in God.
dwell in God.
And those who dwell in God
Dwell in God.
dwells in love.
Dwell in love. No, you haven't captured it yet. I will repeat. God is love. Those who share and joy, you dwell in love. Therefore you dwell in God, and God dwells in you. Again.
God is love.
God is love.
Those who dwell in love
Those who dwell in love
dwell in God.
dwell in God.
And those who dwell in God
Those who dwell in God
dwell in love.
dwell in love.
Which means love and God is the
You
same.
have not captured it yet properly. The emphasis is love and God, God and love. Over to you again.
God is love.
God is love.
When I'm dwelling in love,
Those who dwell in love
they are dwelling in God.
dwell in God,
And God dwells in
and
them.
God dwells in them. Now you have captured it. Oh, yeah. Now you are understanding it. Now you are understanding it. This is the conclusion of this first part of interpreting part of lesson number 1. And therefore you must capture it. Because it means a lot. What a man can do, a woman can do better. Over to you, Joy. God is God.
God is love.
God is love.
Those who dwell in love.
Point to those who are those who dwell in love?
Those who dwell in love.
Who are those who dwell in love now? Ah, yeah, don't be afraid.
Those who dwell in love.
Those who dwell in love
Dwells in God.
dwell in
And
God.
God dwell in them.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, say it so well that we shall learn from you. I'm going back to him again.
God is love.
God is love.
Those who dwell in love.
Those who dwell in love
Dwell in God.
dwell in
And
God.
God dwell in them.
God dwells in them. Beautiful. Which you are getting into it. So both of you say it.
God is love. Those who dwell in love dwells in God.
And God dwell in them.
I'm happy with you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, Uche, how long do you want God to be with you?
As long as I do.
As long as He lives, forever and ever. And God has stated it. God has told us, I am with you always to the end of time. We find this in Matthew. I want you to take note. It's in the Bible also. Matthew chapter 28, verse 20. Matthew 28, verse 20. Now, Uche, have you ever been to God? Have you ever seen God? Does it mean that God doesn't exist? How do you reach God to prove that He exists?
Through prayer.
Prayers. By prayers, we reach out to God. We encounter Him and He talks to us, we talk to Him. Prayer is very important in the married life. And that is what you are showing us here. Can you read that?
Family that prays together stays together.
Again.
Family that prays together stays together.
The family that prays together will always stay with God and keep you united. United in love, united in suffering, united in joy. And when you share your joy multiplies in marriage. And when you share your sorrows, you can carry it to your shoulders and walk safely with God. So let us now conclude. We draw a conclusion from this introductory part of our lesson number 1. Now, we have seen 3 ways we can stay together in marriage. The first way we'll always stay together in marriage is what? Through what? How do you stay together with God?
Through love.
Through love. Love. Is there any other way you can discover God and stay with God? Any other way? Prayer. And then what will make your marriage light, joyful? Where does your love come? From God. So we see love, prayer, and God. These are the 3 elements we have discovered. We call them the keys to successful and happy marriage. We are now going to discover whether the love you said you have towards her and the love you said you have towards him is a genuine love. We know God is love. God is one. Therefore, love can only be one. If it is true that God is equals to love. We hear some psychologists teaching us that there are many loves. We have, for example, the love between father and mother, daughter and mother, father and son, father and daughter, filial love. You have love between brother and brother, fraternal love. Sister and sister, fraternal love. You have love between 2 friends, filial love. It's a Greek word meaning friendship love. You also have a love that, dances to a musical love. Have it on television, have it on the radio, sing beautiful love songs. You have other loves that depends on external beauty, or money, or wealth, or knowledge, infatuated love. Because they come and go, they move together because of what you find in a man, rich, healthy, intelligent, and is able to have plenty of money. You love the man because of the money. It's infatuated love, we call that. There must be some genuine love. You have also what we call agape love. Real love that should exist between husband and wife. That's the type of love that God has given to us. Totality, God gave himself. As we read in John chapter 3, God loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten Son, total giving to the world. And Jesus Christ, who is the love of the Father we know, gave his life for us, for humanity. Greater love than this no man has, than to lay down his life for his friends. This agape love. And we have the love where Jesus gave us completely his body, blood, soul, divinity in the Blessed Eucharist and shared with us. This is agape love. We're going to find out the type of love we have in you, between you. There is only one love that will be the basis of any general marriage. We can discover that. And if we don't find it in you, in this discovery, there will be no marriage between two of you. Because marriage not based on general love will not succeed, will not be successful, and will not bring joy. So it is necessary that we are able to find this love in you, Joy, and you, Uche. The love you claim to have for each other must be that general love that can make you one in marriage. If we don't find it in you, if we don't discover this love in you, you cannot be allowed to marry. Is that clear to you?
Yes, Mother.
Do you want us to embark on this exercise?
Yes, Mother.
And what will be the consequence? Supposing now I discover that you don't have the general love for marriage, and I tell you not to marry, will you be happy? Eh? So you don't want me to have this exercise with you?
No, yes,
Are you ready to bear the consequences?
yes, Mother.
That if I don't find it, I say, no love, no marriage, you are ready to say, go. Go your way, I go my way.
Okay, Mother.
If you allow me, I will continue with the lesson. But if you don't want to follow the discovery, the consequences of the discovery, I take my peace. Do we go forward?
Yes, my Lord.
If we discover it, then you go ahead.
Yes, my Lord.
If we fail to discover it, then you go your ways. The path.
Okay, my Lord.
Beautiful. Now, we are considering love. Let us see whether we can discover true love and life in this exercise and in your lives. I'm going to ask you to take your pens and pencils again and your paper. We're going to draw a circle symbolizing life. Circle. So we take a starting point. Make that starting point big enough. Make it large. And you can focus on it. Good. So, starting from that point, you're going to make a journey to draw a circle. Do not remove your eyes. Focus on that point as you move your hand clockwise. Good. So we have succeeded in drawing a circle by focusing our gaze on a starting point. So you discover your marriage. You will always succeed in your marriage, in your life, if you focus your attention, if you have your two eyes placed on God. Let God be your starting point in this marriage. We have discovered him already, that God is love. And it is the love of God that you projected into your heart, into your personalities, into your hearts that you are sharing, that have brought you together. We have discovered that for the success in your marriage, one of the keys is God. We are confirming that discovery in this exercise of drawing a circle. If you start from a starting point, focus on that starting point. Let that point be your point of departure. Don't lift your eyes from that, always, and put your heart on it. As you go in the journey of life, which a circle symbolizes, you're going to come to the end of that point, and you make it. You'll be successful. Just as we succeeded now in drawing a perfect circle, without a pair of compasses. Is that clear?
Yes, my Lord.
Now, God is our starting point. God directs us. It's a point of term of reference in our lives, in our married lives. And then is our Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. If you make God just the beginning of your married life and the end of your married life, you will be successful. Believe it or not. Good. We want now to divide this circle into 4 equal parts. It's always good to be generous in the circles you draw. Always good to be generous in life, so that you can move freely, you can give to others, and you can receive from others. Large spirit. Now, we note from the far left, number 1, call it number 1. Yes. Call the second one number 2. Call the third one number 3, moving clockwise, and the final one number 4. So what we have, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 parts of the same love. The lesson we are now going to embark on is the 4 aspects of love. Love is one, but it has got 4 aspects. Genuine love, that is. I want you to write this at the top of this lesson. Lesson number 1, 4 aspects of love. Write it. We now want to discover in you, Uchenna, whether in your love life towards this your intended wife or spouse, we are going to find the 4 ingredients of genuine love, the 4 aspects of genuine love. How are we going to discover it? I'm going to ask you to relax. I'm going to allow you to relax over a bottle of wine. Relax and tell me your love story with your relationship with your spouse, with your wife to be. John. Don't be ashamed to tell your love story, because we have discovered that marriage equals love. Love is the basis of we want to discover how much you have shown love, how much you have shared love with your spouse. Let me give you a caveat. Anything that is sinful in love affair outside marriage is a negation. I don't want you to narrate to me how you have had escapades, how you have gone to bed, and so forth. We as Christians know that sex is not allowed outside marriage. Therefore, keep it away from your story, because it is a negation of love. Never mention it, therefore, that we have slept together, we have made love, and not husband and wife yet. It is not allowed until you become husband and wife. In your story, therefore, you are going to tell me, I want you to narrate everything that has happened between you, so that listen to your stories, I will be able to pinpoint the 4 aspects of genuine love. Before we begin, I want you to be in the position of realization. Go over to the table there and bring your drinks. Uche, you have not replenished your glass. Sip your wine, be comfortable, feel relaxed, and tell me the story of your love life with your spouse, your wife-to-be. In giving me a clear and perfect life situation account, what happened